Martha chose. What did Martha choose?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Busyness.
Lunches. Stuff.
She did what was expected of her, in a matter of speaking. The culture was, the women did this, and the men did this, and
That's true.
I'm sure Mary was the only woman out there, the men, watching the game,
She chose an attitude.
But,
Yep.
Chose an attitude, that's for
Worried and
sure.
upset, yep, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
She chose an attitude.
With Mary, yep.
She chose distraction instead of living in the moment.
So she was distracted,
Well, those things became more important. It says there she was worried and she was troubled.
yeah. But she says, Lord, hey, help her. She kind of, it was like she put some blame onto Mary.
Oh yeah, she was.
Which I never thought of before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Alright, well these are some of the things that I saw. Martha chose busyness. And in our culture, that's, what we're told to do. We're told to stay busy. We don't want to look lazy, so we need to do. We need to stay ahead of the game, we need to keep going.
Idle hands of devil's workshop.
Tasks. Martha, she chose the things that she saw in front of her. She chose those jobs, those little things that she needed to get done. She chose worry. She chose to remain hidden. She chose to stay behind the scenes rather than to be seen. And she chose distance. She chose to stay back from things. For myself, how this relates to me is when I went down to Houston, we get there, and when we walked into our house, I expected, everything's going to be put together, and it's going to be nice. We're just going to go in, I'll take in my suitcase, I'll go to sleep. This was not the case. Get there, and we have to build our beds. We got new beds this year for our house because we have a new house. All of our furniture was shoved into one room, the room that you walk into. You walk into the house, and it's just mounds and mounds of furniture. And I'm clean this stuff up, and we're going to get what we want into our rooms, we need to get moving. And for 2 solid weeks, I was definitely Martha. I was definitely the one that was focused on this and focused on getting the tasks done. And what I didn't realize is that was a little more harmful than what I had thought. So, what are some of the things that Mary chose? Do you guys talk about Mary at all?
To listen.
To listen. Anything else?
She was devoted.
Quiet.
You can just take busyness, stillness, tasks, relationships, worry.
Yeah.
I took one nap this season. It was Friday.
This is more about me than it is about you.
Focus, Megan, focus. Don't worry. Focus.
I did not see
nap.
this part of the sermon.
Focus, Megan.
Take another nap just for the sake.
So Megan likes to nap, and occasionally, when we would be together and we would be tired, Megan's I'm gonna take a nap. I'm I don't nap well. And part of the reason why I don't nap well is because when I finally allow myself to be still, I would feel this anxiety start to build up within me, and then it made it very hard to rest. It's very hard to close your eyes and sleep when you're feeling anxiety, which is very interesting because when I sleep at night, this doesn't happen. But if I try to nap in the middle of the day, it does. And that morning, so we had the meeting, we'd done our grocery shopping. So this one day though, it all caught up with me. It was a Friday, so Andrea and Laura were out with their mentors, and Becca was taking a nap, and Grace was cleaning the floors, and then there's me, and I'm I did the grocery shopping, so I don't need to clean. What do I do with my time? And I just kept feeling this pull, you need to be still. And I was what does that mean? I don't, I can sit here. Is that being still? Still. But no, that's not really what it was. It was more you do need to be still. I did need to take time to just not do, not try to do something else, because I did fight it. Like, I got up and I'm like, no, what can I do? There's got to be something. And every time, like, I would get up, I just feel this pull, like, no, go back, go sit down, just be still. And out of that, I got this poem, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it, because I think it just kind of speaks to what I was experiencing in that moment. And I had never really written poetry before, so I don't know what prompted me to do this except for God. So, but here it is. I hear the silence beckoning me to be still. My mind keeps racing, telling me to stay active, yet silence persists. Be still. To be still goes against my whims. Experience the peace. Feel the love and acceptance. Be still. And like for me, like it revealed things about myself that I didn't realize were affecting my present and my ability to be still. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and go. So that we kind of already talked about this. So like, you know, all those distractions were stripped away and I finally had to face it. And I think that's something I really appreciate about missionary structure and about the way that they do things, because it does work. But that busyness was a reflection of what was going on in her heart. You know, it exposes who you truly are. Like this moment exposed that I was a needy person, that I was an anxious person, and I don't think I ever really allowed myself to go there because I didn't want to be that. But, you know, it's okay. Like, it's okay if that's what I experience, because that just shows me my need for God, and it allows me time of connection with God. When I allow myself to be still and feel that anxiety, I can be like, you know, God, I'm feeling a little anxious right now, and I may not understand it, but I know that you are my peace. You know, it gives moves in the stillness. Like, even Martha had a moment of stillness. Did you guys catch the moment of stillness? When she does stop, finally, stops doing. She's like, hey, Lord, did you forget about me? Like, Mary over here is doing the wrong thing. She should be helping me. But in that moment, she stopped doing. And she took the time to see Jesus too. And in that moment, Jesus was able to speak directly to her and say, you know, Martha, I do see you. I see the worry in you. And like in that moment, God was able to speak directly to what was going on inside her rather than just seeing the symptom, you know? People. And that we can then present to them and show them the stillness that we have experienced. So, as Ron said, you guys all are going to get to practice hearing God today. And we're going to practice stillness. And these exercises, 2 of them actually were the idea that started this whole process. When, you know, I prayed that, God, I need an idea soon. So 2 of these methods are actually things that I learned, like, the weekend that I was, you know, seeking God on this. And so, now this verse is kind of our premise, like a specific image that draws your attention, or if there's a word that comes to mind when you view the picture, and we're going to just sit with that and allow God to speak through it. Has everybody got their pictures?
Not yet.
Okay. Because there's one more slide for this one. Because these can also be used in your daily walk with God as well. Like, these are not just purely for, like, as a group. These ones are kind of the descriptions of what I found online for individual practice, but we're going to do it as a group. There's one more for this one. Here. And God, I just thank you that you speak in many ways, that you speak through pictures, that you speak through words, that you speak through song, God, we're just opening ourselves up to this time this morning for you to speak through these exercises today. And God, I just thank you and I praise you. In Jesus' name, amen. So here we go. Here's the pictures. Like, just take a few moments, a couple minutes here. Anybody here? Or did this picture make you think of anything in particular? Like for me, this picture spoke invitation. Like for me to go further and to start walking. And it was kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time.
The word that came to me was unbounded. You know, in the busyness, that's the stuff that keeps us all bound up. And the stillness is where the freedom comes.
Looking beyond him, I see distance and disconnection. So he's literally stuck on the water. The water's moving, but the distance to that island there, or those islands in the back, like there's just so much space in between him and that. But he's clearly not driving that boat. He's sitting on the edge. He's trying to get closer. But somebody else is driving that boat, so he's not alone.
For me, I just felt Mars love.
Or that white, I think a line, I don't know how to say it, a line of clouds there. But there's a lot of activity there. There's a swirling there. There's a lot of hope. That's the direction. That's the way. There's darkness all around it. The water's dark. The mountains are dark. And at first, because I was thinking, is that a boat or is that a pier? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But what I heard God telling me, just stay right there. You're on the right course because that white is coming your way. You don't have to go to it. It will come to you.
Yeah. I just encourage you guys just in your everyday, like if a picture grabs your attention, maybe pause, like and contemplate, like why did this image make me stop for a moment? Like what is God trying to speak? Because God can use even images. So the next one, if you go divinia, which is a method of praying, and we're going to use scripture. So I'm going to read a passage, and then I'm going to read it 3 or 4 times. I haven't really decided, but we'll figure it out. But in between each reading, I'm going to pause for a minute. And so the first time, it's going to be Psalm 46. So the first time, just listen. The second time, maybe see if there's like a certain word or phrase that is jumping out at you. And then just sit with it. Sit with it, reflect, and just allow God to use the scriptures to speak to us. Has everybody got their pictures? So, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with